So, this is my first ever Fresh Forensics live stream. My first ever. So, with that being said, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm a little bit nervous. This is a whole different ball game. You don't have the opportunity to go back and edit out your mistakes or your fumbles and your long pauses, right? Whole different ball game. But I've been wanting to do this for quite a while now. And you know what? What a perfect opportunity, because Fresh Forensics just celebrated 3 years. 3 years. So, what a perfect opportunity. In those entire 3 years, I've never, ever done a live stream, right? Now it's time to overcome that fear, and we're here. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. Fresh Forensics is live, and we are coming straight from the lab. It's a beautiful Saturday night, summertime. It's actually the weather is beautiful outside right now. For those of you who don't know where I'm located, I'm actually located in northeastern Ohio, specifically Ashtabula. And I'm not originally from Ashtabula. I moved out to Ashtabula a few years ago. I've been out here for about 3 years now. So bear with me, because like I said, this is my first time ever doing this. So I know I've watched other people do it, and I know that they they'll read the little, they'll take a minute to read what people are saying. All right, so I think that I got the chat up and running. So Nestor92 says, "What's good, buddy? What's up, man? First ever live stream, man. This can either go really good or this can go really bad, man. Hopefully it goes good." So I got everything up and running. I got all my screens glowing in the background. In a few minutes, I'm going to actually spin the camera around, because there's a lot of stuff going on over here that you guys are not able to see, and I want to show you guys what that's looking like. I'm going to show you everything, man. So the title of this live stream is basically, let's talk Linux, and that's what we're going to do. But we're going to talk about everything. I'm so glad I was able to catch your first live. Love your content. Thank you, man. Thank you, Nestor. I appreciate that. Listen, I appreciate everyone's support. It makes a big deal in my life. So we're going to be talking about Linux, but we're going to be talking about whatever. We're going to be talking about anything and everything. I'm here to answer questions, whether they are about Linux or about anything else, even about me as a person, anything that you guys wanted to maybe ever ask me. If you had a moment to talk to me, now is potentially that opportunity. So we're going to go to nothing is off limits, as long as we can keep it safe for YouTube, then we're good. We can go in any direction. So now is your opportunity, man. If you want to ask me something, whether it's about Linux or just about me, let's take it there. But back to what I was saying about the support, man. So I appreciate the support so much, and this thing that I have built, this thing that is still being built, Fresh Forensics. It's become its own little community, man. And there have been some amazing people that I have met through building this. I'm so incredibly thankful to each and every one of you that has supported the channel, that has supported my work. Currently, we are at somewhere around 125 channel members, and that is just unbelievable to me. I remember when I started the channel, and once I got monetized and I was able to actually do things like create membership roles and stuff, I remember getting my first member, and it's a big deal. And I remember I got to the point of having 5 members, and I couldn't believe it that 5 people were actually spending money. They were paying a monthly fee to listen to me talk, right? Go figure. I couldn't believe that, man. And now look, we are at somewhere around 125 channel members. That's crazy. That's crazy to me that this is how far the channel has come, man. We're reaching over 100,000 people a month, but I would like to see that number go way higher than that. I would like to see that number go from over 100,000 to a couple 100,000. I would like to see it, push more close to a million. I would like to be reaching more people than I am, but I'm thankful for the people that I am reaching. So once again, the support has been absolutely incredible. Thank you guys. I can never thank you enough. First ever live stream, yes, Nestor. Wow. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. Keep the great content coming, man. You learned a lot from me. Thank you, man. First ever gift on a live stream, man. $10 from Nestor. I wasn't expecting that, bro. Thank you, man. That's a big deal, man. It's a big deal. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know you. I've never met you, right? And you're doing this thing for me. You just gave me money that I imagine you work very hard for, man. You don't even know me, and you're doing that because you believe in what I am doing. That's a big deal to me. I don't take that lightly, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be brutally honest. My life is not. I don't consider myself as having a good life. My life is very challenging. I've been through hell and back, and to have people that believe in what I'm doing, it means a lot to me, man. Keep keeping your chin up, it'll come. Thank you, Benny Lips. Shout out to Benny Lips, man. Thank you for the support, bro. Things have been challenging, man. Things have been very challenging. Life has not been easy, but I'm saying that to say this. We're not here throwing a pity party or anything. I'm not looking for sympathy, but I'm saying that to say this, man. This is how much you guys mean to me. There have been many days, where this channel and the people that are a part of it, all of you guys that support what I'm doing, you guys kept me going, man. There were many days where I woke up and I don't feel like I had much in my life, man. I'm a huge supporter of yours, Nestor. I'm a huge supporter of yours. You have been open about your past. Yeah, I'm very open about my past, man. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me, right? And maybe somebody can help me out with this. But this is my first ever live stream. So when you post a comment, it's popping up. I see it popping up, but it's not staying on the screen. I want it to stay on the screen. I would like for you guys to be able to see it too. I don't know if you guys are able to see it or not, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, so first ever live stream. So I'm literally just using my phone, nothing spectacular here. I will work on the quality in the future, just using my phone in landscape mode. I'm not even using an external mic. This was kind of meant to be just sort of a test run, see if anybody would actually watch it, right? So we will improve on the quality of the audio and the live streams in the future, right? But guys, man, what do we got? I'm new TP. Okay. All right. What is your name? Mark Lamy, Mark something. Thank you for tuning in, bro. If I butcher your name, just call me out on it and tell me I'm a moron. I've been called out numerous times on my pronunciation. What is it? Mark Lamy. The audio is remarkably good right now. I'm running it through a home. Okay, cool, man. All right, I'm glad that the audio is decent, man. How long will it take from scratch to get fluent in Linux? How long will it take from scratch to get fluent in Linux? Man, I guess that depends on how you define being fluent in Linux. Years. No matter how you define it, as a general vague answer, I would say years. It's going to depend on how much time you're willing to focus to Linux on a daily basis. It's one of the things that I do want to get into in this live stream. Is I want to talk about some of the many resources that I personally would recommend for learning Linux, for taking it deeper. So there's a lot of resources available. It's one of the great things about the times that we're living in. There's resources everywhere, right? YouTube obviously is a big one. There's some amazing content on YouTube. Um, I personally am a big fan of David Bombal. In fact, man, drop a comment. What other YouTubers do you guys watch when you want to learn Linux? Like, what other YouTubers are you watching for system administration? Okay, if you're talking about system administration, I feel like you could get you could get a pretty decent grasp of system administration maybe in 6 months. In 6 months, if you were studying it and practicing it every day. But if you are trying to like really be a system administrator and you're trying to take it to the point where you want to actually go get employment, you want to have a job as a real system administrator, I personally would say a couple years, honestly. But in my opinion, the main thing is just, man, that you got to be willing to learn every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I am not learning something new. It is an everyday ongoing process. You have to be ready to devote yourself to this every day for years, in my opinion. Douglas Fresh in the house. Thanks for all you do, bro. Thank you, man. Psychedelic Primate. Hey, you know what, bro? Psychedelic Primate, bro, you've been one of my longest running channel members, man. In fact, you might be the longest one, bro. You've been a channel member for a long time. I know it, in fact, whatever it says, bro, I wasted 12 years after graduation and I learned Linux. I don't know what I should do. You feel, you don't know what you should do. These comments, they're not staying up. I don't know why it's doing. All right, there we go. All right, bear with me, guys. Bro, I wasted 12 years after graduation and I learned Linux, but I don't know what I should do. I feel underconfident all the time. I'm following you since many months. Oh, you're from India. Okay, cool, man. A big shout out to India. I'm using Kali Linux on Android. Copy and paste. You went to DEF CON 34, first one. Oh, man. Well, there's too much stuff to talk about, man. I don't know how we're possibly going to get to this. I was hoping to go to DEF CON this year, man. I was really hoping this was going to be my first year going. And due to financial reasons, I was not able to make it. And I'm pretty bummed out about that, man. So for anybody out there that's actually been able to make it to DEF CON, I'm jealous of you, man. I'm so jealous. I really thought that this was going to be the year and I would actually be able to meet people that watch my channel, take pictures with people, go around to different booths and create potential friendships and collaborations, do networking. I thought this was going to be the year, but next year, come hell or high water, next year I'm going to be at DEF CON. I might try to get a booth. Maybe I can get a booth and do like meet and greet stuff. Hopefully by next year, my channel will be 2 or 3 times bigger than it is now, man. There's a lot going on. There's so much going on in the background, stuff that I'm trying to do. So as far as the system administration goes, and big shout out to India, man. And then Psychedelic Primate, like I said, bro, you've been one of my longest running channel members. Even like whatever it says, as far as the length that it says that you've been a channel member, I know you've been a channel member longer than that because there was times where where it stopped and you basically renewed and it reset it. So big shout out to you, bro. You've been such a great supporter, man. The system administration thing. I'm a certified Linux system and server administration. I have my certificate on the wall over here. Very proud of that. I went through LPI, or in other words, Linux Professional Institute, and I highly recommend them. It's more cost efficient than some of the other ones out there. I know that there are some other certs that may have a little bit more notoriety than that one, but it's $200 to take each test. You have to take 2 tests, so it's going to be a total of $400, and that's for your LPI, your LPIC 1, because there's different levels to system administration. You can do LPIC 1, 2, and 3. I have the LPIC 1. I'm going to be doing the LPIC 2 next year. I'm going to step it up. it lasts 5 years, and then you have to either renew it by taking the test again, or you can elevate to the next highest. So I'm going to elevate to the next highest. But here's the awesome thing, man. So we're talking about resources. There's so many different resources out there. For those of you that are not familiar with some of my GitHub repositories, I highly encourage you to go check out one of my GitHub repos. It is called Fresh PDF Library. And essentially what I've done is I have accumulated a bunch of different resources from all over the place, other repos, and just different locations, and I've kind of brought everything together in one location. So all you have to do is do a git clone, and you can snatch up all of the PDFs at once. There are dozens of PDFs inside of that repository, including PDFs for system administration. So there are some PDFs that you can get for free from the website for LPIC, or for LPI, Linux Professional Institute. You can head over to their website. I'm going to pull it up in a minute. You can head over to their website and you can get these PDFs for free, and they are the material. It's the course material that you would use to study from to take the exams. So for what I have, which is the LPIC 1, certifying you as a Linux system and server administrator, it consists of 2 tests. Each test is $200. You have to pass both tests, and each test comes with its own PDF. And each PDF is somewhere around, I want to say somewhere around maybe 400 or 500 pages. We'll pull it up here in a minute. So you're talking about somewhere in the ballpark of like 1,000 plus pages of material between the 2 PDFs. One PDF for each test. But you can get that stuff for free, man. So if you're interested in Linux system and server administration, whether you want to take the exam and actually get your certificate or not, still, you should go over and grab those PDFs. They're on their website. I also have them on my GitHub repository. Okay, I don't know if they're the latest ones or not. If you want the latest ones, go to Linux Professional Institute's website. But I highly encourage you to just snatch those up, man, and just start from page 1. Go through everything. Literally, I went through every single page. Take the tests that it provides for you at the end of each chapter. Go through those. If you have any interest in becoming a sysadmin, that, in my opinion, would be your starting point, right? In fact, I'm gonna pull up some stuff so that you can see what I'm talking about. Now, as I get a little bit further away from the phone, it's probably going to be a little harder for you guys to hear me, but all right. So this is the starting point for all of my repositories. This is github.com/Douglas Fresh Habian, and I currently have 33 repositories. If I click on the repositories tab, there is a repository that is called Fresh PDF Library. So Fresh PDF Library has all of these PDFs. I mean, there are literally dozens of PDFs inside of this thing. One of those, I can see it right here. We have, let me go down here. Underneath Linux exam study material, I have all of the PDFs that come from the Linux Professional Institute. Kind of broken them up into categories. You can grab all of these at once just by doing a git clone, right? Super easy. I mean, we got stuff like the Hacker's Manifesto. I got stuff for car hacking. If you're interested in web apps, we got stuff for web apps, OWASP. If you're interested in mobile hacking, reverse engineering, hardware hacking, pretty much anything and everything, you're going to find a PDF over here related to that. Everything has to do with Linux, obviously. There's some powerful stuff over here. For example, Here's a real good one that a lot of people are not even familiar. A lot of people don't even know that this exists, but this is Metasploit Unleashed. So this will get you from A to Z in terms of Metasploit. And you read this, you're gonna basically be a freaking master when it comes to Metasploit. A lot of people don't even know that exists. It's called Metasploit Unleashed, right? But let's see, where is it at? Tell you what. All right, I'm just gonna head over to the main website. So this is the main website for Linux Professional Institute. It's at lpi.org. If you want to learn more about Linux, whether it's even system administration or just Linux in general, highly encourage you, head over to lpi.org, okay? And if you go to certifications and go down to LPIC 1, there is going to be, you have all sorts of different things, but there's going to be these links over here for the learning materials, right? So I'm going to open up one of those because there's 2 exams. Each one has its own separate PDF, right? You can just look at it online, or you can download the PDF to have on your machine. I prefer to just download it and have it on my machine, but to give you an idea of the size of this, and this is all for free, right? The first PDF in the series of 2 PDFs. This is just the first one, and this is 544 pages long. So you're talking about 544 pages of free material, just one of 2 PDFs. So you grab that other one, it's over 1,000 pages, man. I read both of these cover to cover multiple times in order to prepare for the LPIC 1 exam. Incredibly useful. But as I said, if you want to just get all of them, if you want to get just a ton of PDFs, then just do a git clone of my repository, the Fresh PDF library, man. So another one that I highly recommend, right? I highly recommend that you get this. So if you're interested in forensics, there is a PDF that you can get on my same GitHub repository, and it is called Linux Layo. Linux Layo. I'm going to navigate to the actual website for this. This, in my opinion, if I were to recommend just one book or one PDF that you can get online for free, if I were to recommend just one, hands down, this would be the one. Start to finish, read it cover to cover, especially if you're interested in forensics. But even if you just want to get a better understanding of Linux in general, it does a great job of taking you from beginning to advanced. And the name of the website is linuxlayo.com, and that Layo part stands for law enforcement, right? And people think that I'm joking when I say this, right? Because I've had over the years, I've had a lot of bad interactions with law enforcement, right? So they're always surprised that I actually recommend this, but I'm serious, man. This is an absolutely tremendous resource over on the over on the website for Linux Leo. This is the Law Enforcement and Forensic Examiner's Introduction to Linux. What is awesome about this is not only can you get this PDF once again for free, and this PDF is this particular PDF is it's about 360 pages in length, right? This goes into advanced forensic techniques. You're talking about doing stuff with the sleuth kit to recover deleted and hidden files, etc., and so forth. But what's really cool is also they provide supplemental files, so you can really get hands-on. All the supplemental files are over on the left-hand side, over on linuxleo.com. We're talking about stuff like NTFS images and different images like FAT file system image, and you can basically download all of the supplementary files, go through the PDF, and follow along with everything, and you can get really hands-on, man. Very in-depth. This would probably be my number one. This would be my number one, especially if you are interested in forensics. But even if you just want to take Linux to the next level, Linux Leo, grab that PDF, man. Grab those supplementary files and get busy. Go start to finish. If you are into Slackware, you want to learn more about Slackware. They're heavily biased towards Slackware. They get pretty crazy with how they set it up and configure it. It's very cool. Very cool stuff, man. So Linux Leo, definitely grab yourself some stuff from the Linux Professional Institute. Most of it is all free. And check out the Fresh PDF library. Take a look at all the PDFs that are on there, because like I said, no matter what you're into, man, car hacking, web app hacking, mobile, I got something for you. As far as other additional resources, I'm biased towards TryHackMe. I love TryHackMe. Hack the Box, but I probably prefer TryHackMe over Hack the Box. But you got to get hands-on, man. Nothing beats getting hands-on. So TryHackMe allows you to do that, and you're able to do it in a safe way. What are we at right now, man? We're at almost 30 minutes. We got like 20 people in here. It's actually, honestly, man, that's more than I thought for just an impromptu live stream, man. I wasn't paying attention to the comments, man. So if you guys can drop some shout outs for me, so I know who we got in here right now, man. First ever live stream. I'm probably gonna look back on this and say, what the hell was I doing? Because I don't do live streams, man. Yeah, longest member. Yeah, Psychedelic Primate, man. He's got that longest member for sure. Longest member, man. This guy's been a channel member for well over a year, man. I need a phone number and email for one person. Oh man. Darkstar is a YouTuber. Like your Ubuntu setups, bro. I know, bro. I got Ubuntu glowing in the background everywhere. Okay, Devin. We got Devin in the chat, man. What's up, Devin? Freak glitch. Salute and respect, brother. Text you earlier today. Okay, let me check that, man. Thank you for reaching out, bro. We got a bunch of people in here, man. Look, guys, soup kitchen status, nice, aspiring busboy, perfect haircut, targeting. Yeah, I know that's right. $25,000 equipment on the desk. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff on the desk, man. Yeah, somebody says they see the flipper. Well, what do we got over here? We got all types of stuff. So we got the Flipper Zero with probably one of the most commonly known add-on boards, hats, whatever you want to call it. Haven't even really used this, man. I kind of regret buying it. It's like a waste of money. What I do recommend is if you are into the Flipper Zero, big shout out to Sacred Labs, man. Sacred Labs makes these add-on boards for the Flipper Zero, and these things are works of art, man. They're absolutely amazing. The quality is top notch. 1607 position on, oh, okay. You got a high position on TryHackMe. 1607 position on THM. Yeah, I think I'm in. I know I'm in the top 1%, but I haven't done any boxes in a while, man. Love the deep dive into Linux. Shout out to AI Cloud Memory. Ken Kennedy, yeah, took the amp. What's up, Ken Kennedy? Ken Kennedy's been supporting me for a while, man. The Ubuntu setup, yeah, I got Ubuntu on everything, man. Latest and greatest version of Ubuntu on pretty much everything that I'm running right now. Big fan of Ubuntu, Debian. But yeah, so big shout out to Sacred Labs. If you're interested in taking your Flipper to the next level, this is a plug for Sacred Labs because they're super cool. They sent me over all 4 of their various Flip mods boards. We got the Elite version 2. This one is the Ultra. These things got GPS on them, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. We got the CC1101 on here, so you can do sub gigahertz at extended lengths. These things are amazing, man. Definitely take a look at those. And then of course we got our Cardputers, man. Cardputer, honestly, right now the Cardputer is my favorite gadget, man. And there's a lot of gadgets out now, but pound for pound, Cardputer, man. At $50, you're gonna be hard pressed to find another gadget that you can spend $50 on and get this much stuff. My number one would be the Cardputer, 100%. You know, so it does not come with the LoRa hat that you see on top. You know, if you buy this $50, you're just gonna get this, right? But you can install your custom firmware onto this and throw a dozen or so firmware images on the micro SD card, and you are off and running, and you can do some amazing stuff, man. So we got the Flipper Zero, the mod boards, we got our Cardputers. I got a throwback on the desk, man. This is going back a few years. This thing's been collecting dust, man. We got the Wi-Fi Pineapple. That's a throwback right there. But man, Alpha. So, you know, so nowadays we got all these gadgets, man. I mean, we're blessed. There's just a new gadget coming out every day. But before we had all these gadgets, man, it was alpha adapters. You know, it was all about alpha adapters. You got to get yourself a TP-Link or an alpha adapter, get you some air crack, you know, and learn how to scan the air and do your various Wi-Fi shenanigans. Now they're just making it so easy for us. All you have to do is basically press a button, man. But the first ever company that took care of me was Alpha. You know, so I will forever be grateful to them. 3 years now that we've had Fresh Forensics up and running, and the first company that I ever reached out to was Alpha. This was back when, man, I was like 5,000, probably not even 5,000 subscribers. I don't know, man. It was in the beginning, and they took care of me. They sent me over all sorts of different adapters. So we got the Alpha AC, the ACM. These are both slightly different. The AWUS 036 AC and the 036 ACM. We got some more over here. Of course, we gotta have the AWUS. What is this? The 1900. Super cool. We got the 036, the ACHM. See, I got them sitting in the background like little trophies, little awards that I gave myself for doing things that I can't talk about. big shout out to my man Jeremiah of All Trades, because he blessed me with this bad boy right here. That is, of course, the PortaPack H4M running the custom Mayhem firmware. And I really am scratching the surface on this thing, man. There's so much that this thing can do. This is going to set you back a few $100s, man. And I got to get some more videos up on this bad boy, because you can do some crazy things with this. We got ourselves a Raspberry Pi keyboard with another alpha adapter attached to it. This is the first, and I think the only alpha adapter as of right now that has it has Bluetooth built into it, man. So you can actually use this to do a little bit of Bluetooth shenanigans. First, I believe it's the first alpha adapter that they've come out with that has Bluetooth built into it. So it's a pretty cool adapter. This is the 036AXM. Comes with this little L-shaped USB adapter. This is my Raspberry Pi keyboard. I've never actually shown this before, but I have Kali Linux running on this, and this is made by Adafruit. It's a nice little capacitive touch screen, LCD, 320 by 240 TFT, and there is this neat little thing that you can purchase through Adafruit to transform this into a makeshift Cyberdeck. Easiest, Cyberdeck that you're ever gonna come across, and it's like a $8, $9, $10 thing that you can purchase from Adafruit. There's this little thing right here. It's literally called the Adafruit Cyberdeck, and you can get yourself a little touch screen like this one right here, and you have yourselves a Raspberry Pi keyboard Cyberdeck. All right. Well, what I want to show you guys, though, I want to show you guys what I got going on over here, because this is kind of new. What firewall setup do you use? Yeah, anything with a Theros chip, right. Used to be a fan of Ubuntu, but the focus on snaps made recent versions resource hungry. Switch to Void, huh? Yeah, so what are you guys using? I'm an Ubuntu fan. What are you guys out there using, man? That's something that I did want to ask is what Linux distro did you start with, right? And what Linux distro are you using now? So as you guys can imagine, as you guys can see, that I'm a big Ubuntu fan, really Debian. It's really more so Debian. So Ubuntu, Parrot OS, Kali Linux, Dragon OS, those are all Debian based distributions. I'm a big Debian fan, man. If it wasn't Debian, I don't know, I do like Fedora. I will say Fedora is kind of interesting. Started with Ubuntu in 2009. Man, I wish I had started Linux in 2009. I didn't discover Linux until well after 2009. So you're saying many advanced Linux users are switching to Void. You're using Pop OS. Pop OS is fire too, man. Yeah, man, Pop OS is fire. Arch Linux, bro, you're too advanced for me, bro. I can't mess with Arch Linux. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't made it to Arch Linux, but then again, I'm faking. I'm still using Nano for my text editor. What's up, Cobra 20G? Who trying to get a job anyway, man? I don't think any of us are necessarily trying to get a job, but you kind of have to. Yeah, I know. I'm using Nano. Temple. Yeah, I'm using Nano, man. I haven't yet made the switch to Vim. I'm faking. All right, so why not pure Debian? No, yeah, yeah. Well, okay, so that's actually an awesome question, man. Who, I listen. You guys got to bear with me because what is happening, and it's like actually very annoying, is that the chat is not staying up. I want it to stay up. I have to like, keep pressing on it, but that's an awesome question, man. It's from what is it? Nader Zemmer. I'm probably butchering that. Sorry, bro. What's up, I Love Music? What's up, man? Still learning Kali. Hey, speaking of Kali, bro, once again, if you haven't heard of this, they actually created a PDF for you to learn more about Kali Linux, man. And you can find that on their website. I also have it once again in the GitHub repo, Fresh PDF Library, and it is like a 500, 600 page PDF devoted to learning Kali Linux, created by the people behind Kali Linux. It was created by Offensive Security or somebody that's affiliated with Offensive Security, but it's called Kali Revealed, or Kali Linux Revealed, one or the other. But super useful PDF, man. Literally, the whole thing is about Kali Linux, bro. So, you said you started with Fedora for about 20 years ago, switched to Debian, eventually used Ubuntu for a few years before you decided to go back to something you actually enjoyed playing with. All right, so here's the thing, man, because that's an awesome question. Why not pure Debian, right? Why Ubuntu? The reason why it's Ubuntu, and bro, I'm telling you, in the beginning, I hated Ubuntu. I don't know when it happened, how I went from hating it to loving it, man. I think it was a gradual process, but before I started really, um, before I started going hard on the content creation, there was a time when literally all I did. In fact, it was when COVID started, when we were all sitting at home, trying to figure out what to do with ourselves. We were all on lockdown basically, and man, I was going hard on learning Linux, and the Ubuntu thing. It's just the fact is that Ubuntu is the most common desktop Linux operating system. More tutorials, more learning resources, tutorials, blogs, YouTube videos, etc., and so forth are focused on more of them use Ubuntu than any other distro. So if you are soaking up content and learning resources, if you're just in that mode, like I was in that mode, I was spending 10, 12 hours plus a day just learning anything and everything I could, and everything for the most part used Ubuntu. So if you want to be able to follow along with what most of these knowledgeable individuals out here are using to teach things and explain things, it's all using Ubuntu. That's where it started, man. That's the honest answer. And at first, I hated it. And another thing is, for those of you who don't know who Michael Bazzell is, this guy is on another level. This guy has got some absolutely incredible learning material. One of those books I have sitting right here, right? So if you're interested in OSINT, this is the best book you could ever buy. I mean, this thing is basically a training manual. In fact, it's used as a training manual for even, government entities, right? 600, 530 something pages long. Absolutely insane. And this is written by Michael Bazzell. Michael Bazzell also has a couple other books. One of those is Extreme Privacy. But if you're going to follow along with the stuff in this book or his other books, yet again, he's using Ubuntu. He's a big fan of Pop OS for his personal stuff, but everything is being taught using Ubuntu. That's the reason why, man. That's the reason why. And then somewhere, I don't know exactly when it happened, but at some point, I just actually started to like it, man. I hated it. And even the snap packages, bro, like I hated that stuff, man. Now I like it. So you're saying for beginners, it's really not important what distro that you use as long as you use Linux every day. Yeah, you're right about that, man. Just use Linux. Don't use Windows, man. But you can read so you're saying you can read Ubuntu and make it in Debian. Yeah, no, I got you, man. First ever live stream, bro. First ever live stream. Shout out to Ken Kennedy, man. You just I see that that you just gave me a gift, man. Thank you, Ken Kennedy. Thank you, bro. You've been an amazing supporter. You guys have been great, man. So first ever live stream. I think that we're gonna have to start doing this more frequently. What I'd really like to do is maybe start doing live streams like once a week, maybe on Fridays, Fresh Forensics Fridays or something. Maybe we could figure that out. But since this is my first one, this one's gonna suck, man. We're just doing a test run, man. Keep building, bro. Yeah, I know that's right, man. Just keep building, man. You know what? What is the saying? How do they say it? If you're gonna start a marathon or a journey, the only way to start is put one foot in front of the other, man. One step at a time. Just get started. Just get started. Even with the content creation. And you know what? Any of you guys out there that are interested in content creation, if you have a YouTube channel and you're trying to take it to the next level, or you are thinking about starting one, I would say start one, man. I think everybody should have a YouTube channel, whether you are into Linux or not, man, because everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a unique perspective on it. But if you are interested in starting or progressing your current YouTube channel and I can help you in any way, feel free to reach out to me. When I was doing YouTube for like my first year, even my first 2 years, I wish that I had somebody that I could have had on my team or just on speed dial to ask any questions. So if you are out there and you're listening to this and you are an aspiring content creator, if there's anything I can do to help you, especially if it's in the Linux space, man, anything I can do, I'm willing to do it. Oh, bro, you ain't late, bro. Shout out to William Samson. You are not late. I didn't even advertise this. This was like completely spur of the moment. I'm actually shocked at how many people are here, bro. I'm amazed right now because these comments are coming in fast. I don't think I've ever received so many comments so quickly before on any of my videos. So I'm shocked right now because I didn't announce this. I'm just gonna do it, man. Just gonna do it. So this is crazy, man. We're gonna have to start we're gonna have to start doing this regularly, because this is good, man. This is a good way for us to spend our time together, get to know each other, have a little fun. So we're gonna have to start making this a regular thing. And yeah, I know I need to do a screen share. So this was complete test run, just using my phone. But we'll set something up in future live streams where I can do both. You guys can see me and I can do the screen share. Bro, I appreciate Freak Glitch, man. Freak Glitch says that I got talent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel like I do. Sometimes I don't. You know how that goes. Like you just, you know, you don't really know how you come across. I know how I want to come across, but you know, you don't always come across the way that you want to come across. But the fact is, man, is that, you know, I don't want to throw a pity party, so be careful how I use my words. But you know, I was having a conversation yesterday with a guy that I just met thanks to this YouTube thing and thanks to Fresh Forensics. I was having a conversation with a guy yesterday. We talked for hours, man. And you know, for those of you that don't know, you know, I'm so serious about this Fresh Forensics thing, man. This is not just a YouTube channel for me. This is deeper than that. You know, Fresh Forensics in I had nothing, man. I got no family. Both of my parents are deceased. I lost both my mom and my dad in basically the span of 1 year. And so my parents are gone. My grandparents are gone. For all intents and purposes, I don't have family. I changed my life, and I left behind everything from my former life. And that means friends, you know, people, places, and things. I left all that behind. So for those of you that don't know, I was in the streets. I was in the streets heavy. I mean, full-blown criminal, selling cocaine, selling drugs, using drugs, in and out of jail, going to prison. I've done almost a decade in federal prison, all for drug-related stuff. Never done anything with computers to break the law. So nothing with computers. But for those of you that don't know, I was a full-blown loser. I was a criminal. I was in the streets, man. I was in the streets, doing all sorts of stupid stuff, man. And I cleaned up my life, and I changed everything. So I left behind all of my quote-unquote old friends, most of which, probably all of them, were never real friends anyway, because you realize in that life that as soon as, you know, stuff hits the fan, man, they're going to stab you in the back. They're going to leave you out. You know, they're going to abandon you. You know, none of them were ever real friends to begin with, man. But for those of you that don't know, I was in the streets. I was doing all sorts of criminal activity, did a lot of time. I spent almost 10 years in federal prison. I'm 43 now. So at 21, I was sent to a maximum security federal penitentiary, and 21 years old in a federal prison, in a USP, man. And I changed my life. I found Linux, or Linux found me. I wish I would have found Linux earlier in my life, because if I had, my life would be completely different, man. So I don't have family, I don't have friends, and I say that, you know, I know that I got a lot of support out there. You guys are supporting me, and that means everything. So I don't mean that, you know, I'm not friends with any of you guys, but as far as like friends in front of me, I got no friends, man. You don't see anybody in here with me, nor will you. I got nobody, you know, with me by my side, you know. So this has been a very lonely journey, and I thought that when I changed my life, I thought that there would be a bunch of people cheering me on and happy for me, and it wasn't like that. It was the complete opposite. It's like I am more lonely than I've ever been in my entire life. So the whole Fresh Forensics thing, you know, it's deeper than computers, man. It's so much deeper than computers. It's deeper than forensics, man. This is about working on ourselves. You know, this is about how we can improve ourselves, not just how we can, you know, do something to a computer, to a Linux machine. We're not just about uncovering artifacts and truth hidden in the lower levels of a machine, a Linux machine, right? This is about how we can also apply some of the same principles that we use when approaching a black box, how we can apply some of the same principles when approaching ourselves and how we think and the things that, you know, the things that are happening in our mind, right? It's a high 10,000 foot high level overview. But the point is this, man, Fresh Forensics is deeper than computers, man. I was a loser. I was a criminal at one point. I was a junkie. I changed everything about myself. I changed my entire life. And I'm a success story. If you're struggling out there, if you were in the streets or you're halfway in the streets, halfway out, man, listen, I know the struggle that you are going through or have been through, man. I've been through so much nonsense. I've gone through it, man. I've been under surveillance by law enforcement. I've been watched by the feds. I've been watched by DEA. I've been watched by state police, you know, everything. I've been through it, man. You know, so you can do it, man. And the thing is man, you need people around you that are going to lift you up and are going to steer you in the right direction, you know. So that's a big part of things. Like, you got to have people that are going to steer you in the right direction and not steer you in the wrong direction, man. So yeah, awareness, yeah, 100%. When you say you spent 35 years in a program, what do you mean by that? Props to you for turning things around. Yeah, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. Most people don't know that. Like, they're shocked when they hear that I have a past, a criminal history. You know, so if you've been following along with recent events on the channel, I've been having trouble paying the bills. YouTube is, you don't do as well in the summertime on YouTube as you do in the wintertime. So I'm making like a fraction of what I was making over the winter, getting a lot of free stuff. You know, the stuff that it's amazing. These monitors back here, these are made by, I forget how you pronounce it, BenQ. And they're $600 a pop. You know, the ARM is a couple hundred. You know, I got all sorts of amazing things, man. YouTube is awesome in that respect. You get a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of gadgets, all for free. But the income has not been where it needs to be to pay the bills. So I've been struggling financially. And people are shocked when they hear this. Like, you see the things I'm doing on the channel, and I tried to get a job washing dishes down the street at a restaurant, and they wouldn't touch me, man. Like, they would not touch me. Just trying to wash dishes just to make a little bit of money on the side so that I can keep this dream alive. And because of my past, you know, and whatever it is that, you know, people mistakenly think I'm doing, because I have all of these gadgets and I'm good with Linux, you know, they think I'm doing something I'm not. And they wouldn't give me the job, you know. So I literally cannot get a job anywhere in my area. Nobody will give me a job. I've tried all sorts of different places. None of them will touch me. It's been a very strange set of circumstances. So I've been struggling. I've been struggling with that concept, you know. You see the things I'm doing on the channel and be like, there's no way. Like, first off, why is this guy even applying to be a freaking dishwasher, you know, at Applebee's or something? It's a joke, right? But I need some extra cash, you know, and I'm willing to do any work as long as it's legal. You know, I don't care. I'm not breaking the law. I just want to make a little bit of extra cash, and I want to do it legally. And you know, and they wouldn't hire me, man. It's crazy set of circumstances, but you know, we're gonna figure it out. And you know what else, bro? You guys, man, this Nestor just gifted me $20, bro. You're gonna make me tear up on this live stream, man. You're gonna see a grown man cry like a freaking baby, bro. Swear it, man. I'm gonna tear up on you, man. That's crazy. You sending me $20, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that so much, man. You know what? I'm gonna keep the Wi-Fi on now. I'm gonna keep the Wi-Fi on, man, because of that, bro. That's crazy, bro. been forged in the fire. Yeah, I know that's right. Hey, um, Amazon, you said Amazon will hire me. I tried. I tried Amazon. They wouldn't hire me, man. Kid you not. Amazon, I tried Amazon, Lowe's, Family Dollar, Applebee's, car dealership on the corner, hot dog food stand on the corner. And it's embarrassing to say that, it's not what I want to say, but my ego and pride is very hurt. But it's the truth, man. I have a nice little record from my former life. I was a very bad, not a bad person, but I did a lot of illegal things, and it catches up with you. So if you're in the streets, get out of the streets. Seriously, it's a joke. It's not cool. I'm 40 something years old. I can't even get a job washing dishes because of my history. That's demoralizing, and you don't want to be in that position. It's not cool, man. So if you're in the streets, get the hell out of the streets. I like to say, I got out of the streets and I got into the computers, and that's the truth, man. I wish I had found this stuff a long time ago because my life would be completely different. But you know what? We got people like Nestor and guys that keep dropping these crazy, amazing gifts for me. Man, we're gonna turn this thing around. We're gonna turn this thing around real quick. You said we got somebody that's 62 in the live stream. 62. That's what's up, man. Well, so I'm reading some of these comments, and without going down some long, without going on some long rant, because I can do that. It's not just my criminal history. Look at what I do, guys. Look at the stuff that I'm doing. It's very easy to misconstrue the knowledge and things that I'm doing. It's very easy to come to false conclusions that I'm doing things that I'm not doing. Um, I literally had a guy. I kid you not, man. One thing. I don't make stuff up. I don't lie. I don't stretch the truth. I'm big on that. I'm an honest person. With that being said, I just had a guy a couple of days ago that tried very hard when he saw some of these things that I have. He tried very hard to get me to commit credit card fraud. Very hard. And no matter how many times I told him, I don't do that. I would never jeopardize everything I've built with this channel, with Fresh Forensics. I would never jeopardize that and do some type of cyber crime. And it's just hard for people to understand that, like why somebody would be so fascinated with Linux and hacking and OSINT and reverse engineering and not use it for bad when you have a criminal history. It's a very hard thing for people to understand. And I think that a lot of people just don't want to deal with me because they think I'm doing something I'm not with this knowledge. I don't know how else to say it. And that's a very sad, it pisses me off. Honestly, it pisses me off because if you know me, I would never do that. I wouldn't jeopardize my freedom ever again, and I wouldn't jeopardize everything that I built. I just wouldn't do it. Um, you see people like Dave, my some of my favorite YouTubers. Who are your favorite YouTubers, man? Drop a comment below. My favorite YouTuber is probably David Bombal. That's my idol. David Bombal's the guy. So you look at a guy like David Bombal, and you can learn how to hack cars and hack bank accounts, and you can learn how to hack Wi-Fi networks and all sorts of crazy things from David Bombal. But nobody's looking at him and calling him a bad guy or a criminal, right? He's an educator. But if I come along and I do the same things that he's doing, if I teach the same content, do the same videos that he's doing, I'm going to be looked at completely different. And that's just the reality of it. And that's because I have a criminal history. I'm no longer a criminal. I changed my entire life. I'm a success story. But there are people out there that are never going to believe that. And that's what separates me from them. And that's interesting, too, because, you have this whole field that has popped up and been created that, that they call red teaming. And red teaming is like some some nerd or some geek that has a Cheeto breath, Cheeto crumbs, and Dorito chips on his keyboard. He's like this geek that is pretending that he's a criminal. And we have red teaming. Look, I really was a criminal. I've done time around hardcore criminals, and I really was a criminal. There's no faking. I always found that very interesting. That you got this whole thing, this red teaming thing, where they like pretend they're criminals and they do things from that standpoint. You're talking to a guy that literally spent half his life as a criminal, and I don't want to pretend I'm one, nor do I want to be one. It's not cool, man. Hard to get a job, though. Very hard to get a job when you used to be a criminal and you know how to hack computers. It definitely is very challenging. Nestor, what's up, man? Are you just gonna keep giving me money, bro, or what, man? You're at $50 now, or you just think you just dropped 50 on top of what you already gave me, bro? Nestor at this point is just giving me money, man. So many inmates can't use a phone after 15 years. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. It's great, bro. Listen, I could tell you some stories, man. I could tell you some stories. I've been to quite a few federal prisons. I've been to federal prison in Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, Georgia, West Virginia, all for the feds, and all for something that most people don't even know is a crime. So we might as well just get this out the way, because people are going to be curious now. So let's just get this out the way, man. For those of you that don't know, this is the first ever Fresh Forensics live stream, and it's actually going pretty good, man. Our numbers are looking way better than I thought. But for those of you that don't know, yeah, I used to be in the streets. I used to be a criminal. Check this out. You're not going to believe this. I did almost a decade in federal prison because I was a felon. I was a felon for 2 weeks. I had basically just caught a felony charge. I was a kid. I was like 20 years old, man. I was a felon that got caught with. I got caught with 2 boxes of bullets. I didn't have a gun. I just had 2 boxes of bullets. Each box had 50 bullets in it, so 100 bullets total. They were 22 caliber hollow points. So 100 22 caliber hollow point bullets, no gun. And I was a felon. And I did almost 10 years for that. And the reason why it is a federal crime is because most people know that you, as a felon, cannot have a gun. I know that there's stuff going on now. I'm not keeping up on it. Like the laws are changing or something. I'm not abreast on that situation. I can't speak on that. But most people know about felons and guns. But most people don't know that you cannot have bullets. So I was a felon that had 100 bullets on me in my home, not on me. They were in my home. They searched my home looking for drugs, and they found these bullets. I was caught on the freeway with like $25,000 in cash, and that's what led to them going back to my homes. They caught me in a car with $25,000, and they assumed I was using that $25,000 to go purchase cocaine. So they go into my home, they find these bullets, and they come back to me and they slap me around, put some guns to my head, threaten my life, etc. and so forth, tried to get me to set somebody up, and I refused to do it. I wouldn't do it. So they basically took the case to the feds, made the feds pick up the case, and I was charged with a felon being in possession of ammunition. It was a Fed case because the bullets were made in PA and I'm in Ohio. So the bullets traveled through interstate commerce. That's why it's a Fed case. And my analogy is, if I go to Walmart right now and I steal this bang, and this bang is made in, Pennsylvania, but I'm stealing it from a Walmart in Ohio, that's a Fed case. That's ridiculous. But that's the backstory, man. So for those of you who are wondering, yes, that's the story. I got caught with bullets, and they wanted me to become their informant, and I refused. So they made the feds pick up the case. So I did almost 10 years in federal prison for $20 in bullets. And that's the backstory on that, man. They actually did take some of the money. I got caught with no, it would have cost 25 grand. I think I had 22 on me. I had 22 on me, and then they reported like 18.5. So they took a couple thousand. They did. They actually did rob me for a couple thousand, because they're great people, and they love to abide by the law and know that, yeah, they definitely didn't like me. But I don't want to get too much, I don't want to get caught up on that, man. I do have a history, but you know what? I'm proof that you can change your life, man. That stuff is in the past. It's all about Linux. It's all about Linux. But I do have a past. It does haunt me to this day, and it causes a lot of problems for me in trying to do things. And with the YouTube stuff and Fresh Forensics, that was one of the reasons why. It's one of the reasons why I started this up, man, because I knew it was going to be very challenging to actually obtain the level of success in life that I wanted to obtain. I was always going to be held back. I was always going to be stuck doing the bottom of the barrel jobs that people with my type of history are stuck doing. So I created something, man, and I hope that it becomes so big that I can hire people that are felons and cons, or people that have been in prison. I've met some of the smartest people in my life in that environment, and I've met some of the greatest people in that environment. I really have. I'm a geek now. I'm a nerd. I'm not in the streets. I'm proof you can change your life. Unfortunately, there's always going to be people, though, that look at you a certain way. And they are thieves. Yeah, they 100% are, man. I can't believe how many comments we got, bro. This is crazy. I've never had so many comments come so. Little did I know, I should have been doing live streams a long time ago, man. I didn't think it would be this big of a deal, guys. On a Saturday night, everybody's just showing up, man. They are showing up. First ever Fresh Forensics live stream. So I want to show you guys this, man. So you're seeing a certain vantage point, right? You see, I got the monitors over here, my brand new monitors that I just got. I'm going to show you what else we got over here, though. This is super cool. So check this out. So over here, I got I got a Raspberry Pi 5 sitting inside of a Iron Man case with the screen on the side. Obviously, as you can see, also running Ubuntu. But over here, check this out. I'm gonna take this phone out of its little housing for a minute and show you what we got over here. So I just did a video on this. We have the triple monitor display over here I got my little nook. This is where my 3D printer is going to be going when I get my 3D printer here soon. So I got the laptop with the triple monitor set up over here. See, I got my paintings, my artwork on the wall. We got Kali on one side, Ubuntu on the other. Everything is foamed out. I got I got the sound panels up and stuff, right? I got my certificates on the wall up there, and turn the lights on. We got some accent lights. So that's what it's looking like behind me. You guys haven't actually seen this yet. So this is what it's looking like back there. So if I do if I just kind of spin around, we're starting to look like a command and control center, man. Look at this. This is starting to look crazy in here. We got screens everywhere. It's like real live command and control center. What certs? Kind of geeky is asking me what certs. I don't have a bunch of certs. I definitely plan on getting some more, but the ones that I do have up there are both from the Linux Professional Institute. We have Linux Essentials. That's like the introductory. If you're looking for a starting point, I would start there. That cert is for life. So once you get it, you always have it. Pretty straightforward, just kind of gets you started on Linux in the world of open source. And then we have the LPIC 1 that certifies me as a Linux um, uh, certified Linux system and server administrator. I was talking about it earlier, but two-part test. You have to pass both parts. Each test is 200 for a total of 400, and you have that for 5 years. So after 5 years, you have to decide, do you want to renew it and take the test again, or do you want to level up? You can level up to the LPIC 2, and that is what I plan on doing, is leveling up to the LPIC 2. I am a freaking educator, man. You're jealous of my lab, Nestor? Well, as much money as you just gave me, you could set up your own lab. I've been working on my lab for quite a while. My lab has been a work in progress, man. Look, these are the perks of YouTube. As I said, you get a lot of free stuff. Most of the stuff that you see, all the adapters, the Cardputers, the Flipper Zero mods, these crazy screens back here. These are 600 a pop. The ARM is another couple hundred. All that stuff was given to me, man. This is all because of YouTube. In fact, you feel like you're cheating using GBT. Why you feel like you're cheating, bro? Nice work on the LPI search. Thank you, man. I definitely plan on getting the LPIC 2. Here's the thing with the certs, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. So, this is a big question. It's a big debate. Is should you get certs or not? Me personally, hands down, yes. But the reasoning is maybe different from what the reason that other people give. So my certs, and once again, this just goes back to the fact that I have a crappy history, and you're just never going to get people to look past that. It's always going to be used against you. So that does factor in. But also, though, how do I want to say this? My certs have never done anything for me as far as they've never opened any doors for me. But I still am happy I got them, and I recommend anybody else get certs too, because it makes you feel good. I feel good about it. It's an accomplishment. It's something I can put on my wall. I know the work I put into it, and it's an accomplishment for me. Also, though, this is the main thing, is that what you're going to have to learn behind getting that cert, you're going to have to study things and take things to a much higher level than you would ever be willing to go on your own accord. It's going to force you to learn stuff that you would have never learned otherwise. So for that reason, I highly recommend certs. If you have the money, especially if you have the money. If you're not limited by money, I showed your video yesterday about job application. You made me. Oh man, are you saying that did you say I made you cry? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, a lot of people feel me, man. With the I put out that recent video about being lonely and stuff. I'm super lonely right now. Um, I don't have any parents. I don't have any grandparents. I have no family. Uh, and that's why I say if it weren't for this channel, I probably wouldn't even be here right now. Honestly, um, this channel kept me going in some hard times. Uh, I've spent entire holidays by myself. Some of the most important days out of the year I've spent completely by myself, and feeling really really bad about myself. And the channel kept me going, man. The channel kept me going in some hard times. Shout out to John Reynolds. You're saying that before this live stream, you knew nothing about me. Oh man, that's nice, bro. You just now hearing about me on my live stream. This is my first ever live stream, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm glad that you're here, man. This is my first ever Fresh Forensics live stream. We just celebrated 3 years, and this is the first ever live stream. So, you know, I'm not very good at it. It's my first one, but yeah. So this is the rest of the lab, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna do one. Let me do one more little spin around. We got the command and control center going. I just need a few more screens and I'm good to go, man. All right, bro. Hey, Zach Attack, man. Thank you for stopping by and spending some time with us, man. We're gonna figure this live stream stuff out, make it a little bit more entertaining. But I appreciate you stopping by, Zach Attack, man. Termux is definitely cool, man. And you're right, it is frustrating at times. Yep, self-employed is the way to go. And you know what? We're gonna figure this thing out. We're gonna figure this thing out. So I'm gonna say this. Think about this, because come to find out, a lot of people who watch my channel have also been in trouble with the law. They have felonies. I hear it all the time. I'm not alone on that. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you shift your frame of thinking to, I'm only going to spend money with people and businesses that are willing to help me make money, changes everything. What do I mean by that? I just tried to get a job at Applebee's, washing dishes, taking food to cars, car side. They would not hire me. Do you think I'm ever going to go back to that Applebee's and eat dinner there ever again? No. You will never get any of my money. So if you think like that, right, it changes everything. You know, if I think under the terms of, I'm only going to spend money with you if you're willing to hire me, everything changes, man. Everybody's willing to take your money. They take it with a smile on their face. There's all sorts of stores and businesses in my area. They all accept my money. But I'm going through some difficult times right now financially. I'm not making enough on the channel. I've come to find out, maybe the key the whole time was the live streams. But they all take my money with a smile. But I've been asking business after business to help me get a job. The last one, I practically got on my knees and begged for that thing because I needed that bad. I practically begged for a job, and they wouldn't do it, you know. So won't be spending my money at any of these places anymore that don't want to hire me. You are right. The union does. Yeah, the union is an option. All I was looking for was part-time work, because I do just want to focus on the channel. The channel's going great. I don't want to take anything away from it. The channel's doing awesome right now. I'm just not quite making enough money. You know, I'll tell you what. In fact, let's just do this. But to wrap that thought up, I was really just looking for part-time work. I wanted like a day or two. That was all I was looking for, just to help supplement, right? Now, like full-time, I don't want to do the union. I don't want to get that deep into it, because Fresh Forensics is my path, man. We're building something here, and this is what I want to do. This is what I want to keep doing. I just needed something small on the side. And that brings me to a question. So for those that are watching me right now, because I think you're going to be shocked when I tell you how much I'm actually making. How much money do you think that I make a month on the channel right now? Drop a comment. Drop something in the chat. How much money do you think that I actually make from the channel every month? I reach over 100,000 people. I get a little over 100,000 views every month. I have close to 25,000 subscribers. So what do you think I'm making a month? Somebody said 800, 500, 900. What do you think I am making a month, man? We got 500, 900, 1,000, 369. That's interesting. I would like to know what your math is on that, how you got to that number, 369, under 100. Damn, that little, 300. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys are not, you're not far off, because it's not much. It's not much. You guys actually are not far off. So not a million. Yeah, I like that. Not a million. That million is an interesting number. That million's an interesting number. Man, my fault. First ever live stream, guys. First ever live stream, Fresh Forensics. And I pressed the wrong button, man. I temporarily stopped the live stream. All right, so to answer your question, no, yeah, I don't take it as disrespect at all. I'm kind of geeky. So we got 200, 300. All right, so right now I'm making 700 a month is about what I'm actually making in revenue. 700 a month, and that's from the primary revenue stream off of YouTube, which is ad revenue. So we're not talking about all of the gifts I get, like the products and stuff. We're not talking about any of that, because that's probably the best part, honestly, is all the free stuff. But as far as cold hard cash from ad revenue, it's about $700 a month, and so that's almost what I'm trying to live off of right now. That's like how difficult it's been. So in addition to that 700, we also have to add on to that. I do occasional deals with companies. I get paid by companies to do integrated ads. Like if you ever seen the Brilliant ads, I get paid for those. Or I got paid to do a video on this chair that I'm sitting in, which is the best chair I've ever sat in my life, by the way. Shout out to Meetup for that. Absolutely amazing chair. It's like a $500 chair, and I got paid $300 to do that video. So there is the occasional deal like that where I get paid, but definitely under 1,000. Under 1,000. So it's not as much as people probably think it is. But I think that the key is the live streams, man. The live streams, because especially if Nestor keeps coming back to these live streams, bro, I'm gonna be rich, man. Wait, speaking of Nestor, what do you do for a living? What does Nestor do for a living? Well, 100%. We're working on that, man. I do have a Fresh Forensic store. I kind of temporarily halted things. I was selling USB sticks, but that's actually the goal: is t-shirts, stickers, and we're working on some stuff, man. There's gonna be a lot of stuff happening, things transpiring very soon, man. It's definitely some stuff in the works. We're working on without getting too deep into the weeds. I am networking with somebody who's in the chat right now. I'm not gonna say who it is or what it is, but I'm networking with somebody right now, and we might possibly be coming out with our own product, that is exclusive to Fresh Forensics, only available through Fresh Forensics, kind of like a hacking gadget sort of thing. And we'll be selling that on the store, as well as t-shirts, stickers, etc. and so forth. Something along those type of lines. So there's definitely a lot of stuff that we're working on for the future, 100%. First ever Fresh Forensics live stream, and I can't believe how many people showed up, man. That's crazy. Nestor, you are a lead mitigation technician. You're not rich, but you got some savings. Bro, so did you go to DEF CON this year, or? I'm so hurt I didn't go to DEF CON this year. I thought for sure I was gonna be there this year. First ever live stream, man. You need a chair like this one. Yeah, get yourself, listen, it's the most comfortable chair I've ever sat in my life. This chair is amazing. Even the give you an idea, even the arms do They just move and can like rotate the arms. Absolutely insane what you can do with this chair. I've never seen a chair like this before. Big shout out to Meetup for sending me this, man. It's like a $500-600 chair. Really comfortable chair, man. Ryan Montgomery gave you a badge. Ryan Montgomery is he's a super interesting guy. I've watched some of his podcasts that he's done with other people. I know he actually has a troubled past as well. I know that he talks openly about that, being addicted to drugs, shooting heroin and stuff like that. So I find his story very interesting, and I feel like if I were to meet him, I feel like me and him would get along very well. Actually, fun fact, I was for a brief period of time a part of a group that he was also a part of, but I didn't speak to him. But for a very brief period of time, we were actually both affiliated with the same group, but for reasons that I don't feel like talking about, I chose to walk away. But Ryan Montgomery, yeah, super interesting guy. I would like to meet him. Was hoping to be at DEF CON this year, and it just didn't work out financially, man. But next year, I am there 100%. Yeah, definitely. DEF CON for networking. Well, truth be told, if things go right with the channel, um, if things go the way I want them to go, financially speaking, I want to get the hell out of the area I'm in. I'm not happy here. I hate where I live. I hate the area. There's no opportunity here for me. And it's become very apparent that they are looking at me in a certain way that is not accurate to the person that I am. I'm not getting a very good vibe. I want out of here. And that's why I've been putting stuff out into the ether lately. I've been posting stuff, and I've been talking about things. I've gone as far as to I basically have offered up to share my channel with anybody that will help me get out of here, and I'm serious about that. I'm very serious about that. So financially, I'm not doing very well. I need to make more money, and so this is the deal, man. Because probably a lot of some of you guys probably know, some of you don't. Some of you may have read the posts and the comments. But so here's the situation. So this is what's going on. You say it like this. I live in Ashtabula, Ohio. I'm not from Ashtabula, but I've been out in Ashtabula, Ohio for a few years now. Close to PA. I'm right by Lake Erie, but I am not happy here. I don't have any friends here. Um, I'm not able to network with anybody here. Everybody looks at me in a weird way because of what I'm doing. I don't like it. I don't like the vibe. I want out of here. I want out of here very bad. Not making enough money, and nobody will give me a job, and that's literally the truth. I can't get anybody to give me work. So, that being said, I have put out an offer, and I am very serious about this, to anybody that is interested in partnering up with me. I am willing to share everything. I'm willing to share every single computer, every screen, every gadget that I own. I'm willing to share it all. I obviously get offers from companies every single day, some of which I turn down because I don't have enough. I'm only one person. I can only create so much. So I turn offers down. I'm willing to share all of that. I built this thing. I spent 3 years building Fresh Forensics, and I'm willing to bring somebody on. You could start creating content next to me or solo, and I'm willing to let you post it on my channel and immediately start reaching the audience that I built over 3 years. You can leverage the fact that I'm receiving things from companies, all of that, all of that. And we can work on stuff for the future together. You can help me build this thing into something else. You can sell products on my store. I'm literally willing to open the doors and share everything I spent 3 years building. And all I ask is help get me out of here. I want to be somewhere else. I want to be somewhere where at least one person has my back in doing this with me, and all I need is a room or a basement, a spare room, a basement, some type of space where I can set up everything that you see here. I need all of this to come with me. Okay? All of this comes with me. You have a spare room, you have a basement or something that we can set all of this stuff up in, and I start creating content from that location. You can jump on board and have access to the audience, the tools, the gadgets, everything. That's a life-changing opportunity for any content creator or aspiring content creator. It's a life-changing opportunity. And I'm dead serious. I'm ready to go. I want out of here. I'm not happy here. I'm alone, more alone than any human being I think should be. So that offer stands. I've been dialoguing with people in the background about this. There's possibilities that are, you know, that are arising. This is a very real offer. So to any of you out there, we can partner up and we can take this to a whole nother level. I want out of here, preferably somewhere somewhere still in the United States, but preferably like I would love to be in Vegas, honestly, but anywhere but here, man. Further south, further west, and I am dead freaking serious about that. Dead serious. They're looking for techs to assist government with. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know how I feel about working for the government, but I am at risk of being homeless. Yes, to Daniel, what is your Daniel Monroy? Yeah, you saw my shorts. I'm not exaggerating, man. I'm late on my rent this month, and I've been struggling to make enough money through the YouTube thing, through Fresh Forensics. I've been struggling to pay the bills, and I am actually late on my rent right now. So that is very real. If I don't figure something out soon, I'm going to be possibly going to court facing an eviction. Very real, man. I'm not making that up. I am just trying to keep the dream alive, man. I'm just trying to keep this thing going, man. I have a purpose. A lot of people would like to see me continue to do this. So yeah, very, very real, man. Can you Zelle me money? I don't actually have Zelle. I do have, I have, what is it called? Not Cash App, Venmo. I have Venmo and Venmo and Chime. But if you're to Daniel Monroy, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Yes, I do have Venmo. If you are serious about that, I would my email address. You can reach out to me via my email address, and we can figure something out. The email address is Douglas Habian, just like you see it on the channel. HAB as in boy, IAN. Douglas Habian at tuta.com. You can reach out to me through that email, and I can share any information that needs to be shared. You said Reno has free housing. That's interesting. It's interesting. Well, think about this, man. Think about where the channel could be at in a year from now or 2 years from now. Think about where the channel could be at if I were in Vegas. If I were in Las Vegas, it would change everything because you have the best conferences in the world coming to you. I could be doing so many very cool collaborations, and the amount of stuff that I would be getting if I had made it to DEF CON, being a content creator, the amount of stuff that I would have had given to me that I would be doing videos on right now, it would be insane. The goal, if I had my choice, if money wasn't an option, hands down, Vegas. I want Fresh Forensics to be in Vegas. And that way I can make it to both DEF CON and Black Hat every year and as well as additional things. So you're asking if anybody can drop the email. So as far as the email goes, the email is in the description for the channel. You have to be logged in order to click the box for it to show you the email. But if you're ever uncertain about what the email is, you can always check the channel description. But it is Douglas Habian at tuta.com. That's just the email that I'm saying reach out to me to, so that any information that we need to share, we can share. That email is not going to pop up for, anything like Venmo or anything like that. I'm just saying that's how you can reach out to me. Vegas is a shithole? No, dude, Vegas is not a shithole. Vegas is you kidding me? Vegas is the place to be. Where did they give you a Chromebook at? At DEF CON? Well, yeah. Nestor, yeah, it's hot. Yeah, no, yeah, it's probably like 125 freaking degrees out there, right, for DEF CON. Hot as hell, man. But I'm saying from the perspective of, if you're into what I'm into, cybersecurity, Linux hacking, it just makes sense because, like, all right, I want to be around. I don't just want to be around people that are like-minded, people that are doing the things I'm doing. I want to be around people that are smarter than me, that make me feel dumb. I want to be around those type of people that make me feel like I'm stupid, that I can learn from, that I can use as motivation to help me get better. By being in Vegas, you're going to be around the best of the best, because the best of the best come there multiple times a year for the conferences. The collaboration opportunities are endless. And I know there's some really good, well-known hackers that live out there throughout the year, too. I can't remember the guy's name, but I know off the top of my head, you got quite a few. One of them is the guy that became very famous. He appeared on David Bombal a couple of times for the Kia car hacking and stuff. I know he lives out in Vegas. Quite a few hackers live out in Vegas, man. The two screens. How much you're asking for the two screens? So you're referring to these back here. I just did a video on those, and damn, I have the box in the other room. This is made by QQH. It's called QQH Z80A. It retails for about $220, give or take. It's about $220, and I'm not saying this because of product placement thing. I'm being straight up with you. I'm being honest. I love it. It is super cool. It's made of aluminum alloy. It's very light. You can move it in all sorts of different directions. You can use it with Android. You can use it with Mac OS, Windows, Android. You can use it with everything. As you see, I have it up and running with Ubuntu. It works extremely well. You can fold it into a triangle. You can turn it to the side and use it as a coding session window. The possibilities are endless. I have a video I just did on it. Super cool, man. 215 bucks. I think somebody just dropped some money, man, and I didn't catch that. But somebody just gifted me something. Thank you for doing that. Who was that? Slack, man. Thank you for gifting me the $5. Thank you to everybody who gifted me money, and thank you to Nestor, because Nestor well, let's be honest about it. Nestor just paid my electric, man. Benny Lips just sent me $10. Thank you, Benny. So literally, I kid you not, after I'm done with this live stream, I'm gonna pay my electric bill, man. So because of that right there, and I don't care. I don't care how I'm looked at. I don't care how it sounds. This is serious. This is where I'm at, man. I'm just trying to keep the lights on, and I just want to keep making content for you guys. So that right there, we're at $131 right now for this live stream, first ever live stream for Fresh Forensics, and that right there is going straight to my electric. We're keeping the lights on to keep this thing going, man. And I don't care how that sounds. I don't come from a rich family. I don't even have a family. As some would say, I'm getting this thing out of the mud. It has been a struggle. It has not been easy. So thank you to all of you guys, because literally that's going straight to paying bills to keep this thing right here going. That's not an exaggeration, man. I'm serious. So thank you. Thank you for that, man. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal to me. I got no family outside of the channel. I don't have friends, man. This is what I do all day, every day, and it's been hard to focus because of what's been going on. And this is going to help me get back to what I need to be doing, what God put me on this planet to do. I just want to make the best content possible for you guys, man. I mean that. And I feel like we're just scratching the surface as far as what we're going to be doing on the channel. I got friends now. I know that's right. I definitely got some friends now. Where we have to figure out. We have to figure out how we can do a meetup. You know, where find a location in the United States that would be the best, most suitable location. We could do like a Fresh Forensics meetup at some point, man. That would be really cool to do, to actually meet some of you guys in person. Need to think about solar. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I would love to go off grid. I would love to go off grid. Even something like a Tesla home. I would, something like that. A Tesla home, semi off grid, in Vegas. Yeah, now we're talking. And to Slack, man, I'm definitely gonna keep being me, man. I'm gonna keep being me. Thank you, Daniel Monroy, for gifting me another $10, bro. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what. Um, you guys, you're gonna see a grown man cry like a fucking like a baby, bro. You're gonna make me cry up in here, man. I'm serious. It means so much to me, man. It really does, man. I'm not gonna cry. I'll get made fun of, but I'm serious, man. It means that much to me, man. It's a big deal. So, some solar battery type of situation, kind of going a little off grid. That would be awesome. I would be all for that, and have it being controlled or have it being monitored by a Raspberry Pi too, and doing some type of integration, something to that effect. Making a whole video on it. I would love to do that. Slackware is the truth. If you're a Slackware fan, definitely check out Linux Leo and grab that PDF because they take Slackware deeper than I've ever seen any other material take it before, man. That Linux Leo website with the Linux Leo PDF, they are all about Slackware, man. So I have a question. What is the main thing that you're using Linux for? I mean, what is the main thing? Obviously me, I'm using Linux for everything, but I'm creating content around it. So what I work on day in and day out can change. But what are you using Linux for? Are you using it for work? Are you using it for hosting stuff, at home with additional privacy? What is the main thing that you use Linux for? Drop something in the comment. OSINT, are you using it for OSINT, hacking, reverse engineering, forensics, the monitors? Yeah, somebody else is asking me about the monitors. That's made by QQH. It's a QQH Z80A. I just did a video on it. I have some links in the description for the video. It's about $215. In fact, let me do this. Let me show you guys something, man, so you can see how this works. So you can obviously you can move them into different shapes. You can actually put them in a triangle. So you imagine if you're having a business meeting, you're sitting in front of your laptop, and you're having you're typing, you're having a presentation. You can have it in a triangle, so people are sitting around a table and they see the same thing that you're seeing. You can basically do it like that and mirror the screen. You can also turn these sideways and use them for coding. Absolutely amazing. I've fallen in love with this thing. I took it to McDonald's and everybody was looking at me crazy. So, and then I have a motherboard back here. This is for an Xbox. This is for a project I started. I was going to put Ubuntu on one of these older Xboxes, and then I kind of put it on hold. I got to get back to it, but that's the plan, is to put Ubuntu on the Xbox. And then on the subject of monitors, since we're just kind of twirling around in the lab, man, let me show you this, because this is crazy. I haven't really showed this to anybody yet. I don't really ever nobody ever really sees the inside of the lab, man. And this is my first live stream. So let me show you this. This is super cool. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. I'm good at that. So, excuse me, I'm probably not saying it right, but it's BenQ. So it's, I forget how you say it, if it's bank or bank, whatever, in any event. These are made by a company, BenQ. They retail for about $600 a piece for each monitor. You can see that they're huge. I mean, look at these, and then look at these over here. You know, there's no comparison. These things are huge. They sent me over these monitors. They came with the ergonomic arm that you see back here. But this is the crazy thing, is watch this. So I can obviously, you know, I can swing these around in different ways, right? But look at the back. So they have something in the back. It's called a halo. You can see it back there, right? See the white halo. So if you're wondering why all of this back there is lit up with the white, that's why. It's because of the halos that are behind these monitors. These monitors were sent over to me for free. We're looking at about $1,500 between the monitors and the arm. Absolutely incredible. They're beautiful monitors. They're amazing. Likewise, you can rotate them and have one be a coding monitor. So yeah, so first ever live stream, man. I'll tell you what, I didn't think that I didn't even know I would be doing this today. I did not know I'd be doing this tonight, and I didn't know that I would be going as long as I've been going. We're on 153 minutes, man. I was not expecting this. I didn't think that it was going to be like this. I didn't think we were going to have so many people. I didn't think that so many people were going to show up and so many people were going to bless me with donations, man, with gifts. I'm incredibly thankful to all of you guys. Little did I know, God is good, man. Little did I know that the whole time this is what I needed to be doing, man. I just said, you know what? You know, I just F it, screw it. I'm going to do a live stream. I don't even know what I'm going to do a live stream on. I didn't know that this was going to be happening, and I'm so glad. So glad that I did. I'm so glad that I got such great people out there that are showing me love, man. You have no idea how much I needed this, and you have no idea how much this encourages me to keep going, man. You know, you see my videos and you see them after I have edited the hell out of them. I edited away all the mishaps. You know, you don't actually ever see me just talking like this, right? I kind of shy away from that. And I'm a sensitive person, man. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. I'm a sensitive person. And I say that to say that I've been going through a lot of hardships lately. And it's really been affecting me. I've been I've been struggling. I've been very lonely. I've been trying to figure out how to pay the bills. And doing this tonight, man, it's just made all the difference in the world, guys. So I appreciate it. And the support that I get from you guys, it keeps me going on some of the toughest days, man. There has been days over the course of these past 3 years. Fresh Forensics just celebrated 3 years, man. And in those past couple years that I've been doing this, there have been days where I'm sitting here and it's Thanksgiving or like it's Christmas Eve. I'm sitting here by myself. I got nowhere to go. Nobody's inviting me over. Like I have no friends. I don't have no family. Like I'm by myself. But you know what? If you listen to my music, man, one of the things I say is lonely, yes, but never bored. That's in one of my songs. Lonely, yes, but never bored. I'm lonely and I've been struggling, but I'm never bored. This channel and the support that I get on this channel has kept me going and pushing in the hardest times. Even on those days where it's a holiday and nobody should ever be alone. Um, because of you guys, man, I've been able to keep going. So thank you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the support. I'm not sure how long we're gonna go. I didn't know that we were gonna be doing this tonight. I think maybe we'll go for like another 30 minutes, man, and then I'm gonna call it quits. I can't believe how many people showed up and how many people have blessed me. Big thanks to let me pronounce this right. Agni. Big thanks to Agni and the $10 that you just gifted me, man. Big thanks to you. First ever live stream, first ever Fresh Forensics live stream. So we're gonna get this thing together. You gotta have like all the cool sounds and like all the little effects that other live streamers have, especially when people do when they do gifts and stuff. So I'm gonna figure that out for the next stream. We're gonna get that together. Discord, yes, we do have a Discord. Um, you can find the link for that in some of the posts that I have put out on the channel. Yeah, there is a Discord, man, but I'm not going to talk about the Discord right now because I I deleted the Discord channel, man, out of anger. So because of how frustrated I was, so I may have to create another text channel or another Hangout channel. So and if I'm Agni, um, I'm trying, man. I am trying. Agni, I see that you are a channel member. Thank you. Thank you for being a channel member. So we're at like 125 channel members right now. Never thought that I would make it to having. I never thought I'd have so many channel members. 125 channel members. We have two tiers of channel membership. The low tier is $1.99 a month, and the higher tier is $4.99 a month, and that is a great way of supporting the channel. That helps to directly support the things that we are doing on the channel. And if I had it my way, some of the things that I would like to see happen in the near future, I would like to get a camera in here that is exclusive, a camera that basically streams 24/7, and you can basically always just check in on the lab, and it will be just continuously showing the lab and what's going on in here, maybe with a 3D printer as well set up, and just basically you can always just jump in 24/7 sort of thing. Maybe not 24/7. When I'm sleeping, that'd be kind of pointless. But when the lab is operational, I would like a continuous live stream to so that you can always just basically you can see what I'm working on, almost like a behind the scenes. It'll just always be up here in the background, even when I'm sitting in here and I'm working on a project, I'm building something, or I'm editing a video. I would like to see that happen, and we have a lot of stuff that we're working on for the near future, exclusive products that you can get nowhere else but on Fresh Forensics. We'd like to have the stickers, the t-shirts, all the good little stuff that goes along with a semi-decent content creator. And probably the best thing is that possibly a course. And I say that with a grain of salt, because some people are going to say, that courses can be associated with, like people trying to rip people off and stuff. So let me be very clear when I say, a course, I mean something different and unique that I guarantee you does not exist anywhere else. And there is some stuff that's going on behind the scenes, potentially for a course that would allow you to learn and do very specific things in the space of OSINT, forensics, and mobile that I can tell you, hands down, does not exist anywhere else for a fact. Something very unique. So there is something going on. There's some conversations taking place that have to do with that. So there's a lot of stuff that we're trying to do on the channel, and with your guys' support, your guys' love, man, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna keep bringing you guys content that is hopefully hopefully halfway decent and different than some of the other content that is available out on YouTube right now. Yeah, live screen share on projects. What I'm just amazed at, man, is how many people actually not just showed up, but how many people are actually commenting. I was not expecting that, man. You guys are showing up in force, man. You guys are here. All right, Agnes, you got to bounce, man. Definitely stay fresh. You do the same. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Your support means a lot. Thank you so much. To all of my people watching that are coming in and going out, I appreciate every one of you guys. We're gonna probably end this thing. We're gonna end this thing soon. We're at well over 2 hours now, and I appreciate you guys, man. If you guys got any questions, feel free to drop those questions in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions, whether it's about Linux or just even about me as a person, or some of the things that I've been talking about recently on the channel. Linux resources. I know we started off talking about Linux resources. If you really want to take your understanding of Linux to the next level, check out Fresh PDF Library over on my GitHub. I have dozens of PDFs over there, and I guarantee you I have a PDF for whatever it is you're interested in. So whether it's web hacking, car hacking, becoming a sysadmin, I probably got something over there for you. OSINT, forensics, go check out the PDF library. If you want to get hands-on, man, go check out TryHackMe, Hack the Box. Those are amazing resources. Hack Tricks is another amazing online resource if you are into studying and reading stuff. As far as books goes, I don't think that you can get any better. You can't get a better bang for your buck, so to speak, than to get any books made by Michael Bazzell. This one is all on OSINT. He also makes other ones. And if you use some basic OSINT techniques, you can find this material online. Allegedly, you can find the PDFs online if you don't want to actually pay for a physical book. I'm not suggesting that you do anything like, copyright infringement related sort of thing, but you can find the PDFs. Where are the PDFs? If you're talking about the PDFs I made reference to on my GitHub, go over to my GitHub page. Link is in the description for the channel description, not the video description. And head over to my GitHub. It's github.com/Douglas Fresh Habian. I have 33 repositories over there. I have 33 repositories for a reason. And one of those repositories is called Fresh PDF Library. I think I have somewhere between 2 and 3 dozen PDFs right now. And I guarantee you there's something for you over there. If you want Kali Linux Revealed, Metasploit Unleashed, car hacking, web hacking, mobile hacking, OWASP's material related to web apps and mobile material from LPIC. I got it all over in one centralized location. I just got a new channel member. Okay, Nestor is now a channel member. You're the guy, bro. You know what I don't like, man, is that because this is my first ever live stream, Like I don't have any, you know, some people there's like sound effects and different things when people bless me with gifts and stuff. I don't have all my little cool live stream stuff up and running yet because this is my first ever live stream, man. But we're gonna figure that out. Thank you, Nestor, for becoming a channel member. I appreciate that. And to Steelic 000. Thank you for being here. I see you're also a channel member. Yes, hopefully we do this more often. I think that we are going to do this more often. I would like to make it a weekly thing, and not only do it again, but maybe do it weekly and have some specific things that I'm working on. This was kind of meant just to be a, hey, what's up? Let's hang out, let's talk, ask me questions sort of thing. But we could do more specific things in the future where we dive deeper into actually doing other things, demos, walkthroughs, you know, stuff like that, Android stuff, alpha adapter shenanigans, you know, mobile stuff, whatever. Sky's the limit. We're gonna definitely figure it out. Hacking GBT is the shit. Yeah, to Bengala. Link to the GitHub is in the bio, or in other words, the description for the channel. Have I done any war driving? Kind of Geeky is asking if I've done any war driving. I have done some war driving. One of the devices that I've done some more driving with is going to be the Flipper Zero, and probably my favorite board to go on top of the Flipper Zero is this board right here. This is the Elite version 2. It is made by Sacred Labs, and I have you can see their logo screen printed on the bottom of the board, and this is they have a 3D printed custom case that you can purchase separately to go with it. But this is really good for war driving with the Flipper Zero because it has 2.4, it has 5 gigahertz. We have a GPS module, so if you want to do war driving with the Flipper Zero, this board has you covered. And then they make some other boards too. Sacred Labs has some really cool stuff. These things are like little works of art, in my opinion. They're just absolutely beautiful. Here's another one without the case on it. This one is the Ultra. It also has various things on it, like a CC 1101. You can do war driving with this. I've done some war driving with the I have done a little bit of war driving with the Cardputer and the Evil Cardputer firmware. You can do some war driving with that. But other than that, man, I gotta be honest with you, man. Kind of geeky. I'm not big into war driving, man. And to Jordan, yes, I do have a Wi-Fi pineapple. I have a Wi-Fi pineapple sitting right here. It's actually collecting dust. I got a bunch of other stuff too. I just kind of have it put away. I don't have it all sitting out and open like this, like some of these other things. But I've done basic war driving with the Flipper Zero and the Cardputer. Of course, I got almost every alpha adapter. I absolutely love my alpha adapters, and I was showing some of the stuff earlier. I also have a PortaPack H4M running the Mayhem firmware. This is courtesy of Jeremiah of All Trades. Absolutely amazing guy. If you're interested in learning more about anything related to the PortaPack, I highly suggest you go check out Jeremiah of All Trades channel. He is the man, and he's just a great guy. The new Flipper, yeah, I don't know. I probably won't buy the new Flipper. If they want to give me one for making content on the channel, I'm all for that. But I should join NerdSec. Yeah, NerdSec. I'm familiar with NerdSec. NerdSec is pretty awesome. I would love to be a part of NerdSec. That would be cool, man. Am I a solo driver or am I on a team? I am not on a team. No, I'm not on a team. I am 100% solo. I don't want to be solo. I've expressed this many times. I'm actually very alone. I'm a sensitive guy, and I almost cried earlier in the live stream from this money that I've received. I'm serious, man. I'm a sensitive guy. Um, I'm not a part of a team, but I'm not opposed to being a part of a team. I'm looking for a team. You think I should join NerdSec? First off, it would be more like a matter of would they allow me to join them first off, but um, NerdSec would be super cool. Darknet Diaries autographed your human bag. That's cool. Darknet Diaries is the truth, man. I lay down listening to Darknet Diaries sometimes. I love Darknet Diaries. And then I got a bunch of other stuff, man. I can't pull it out right now because I'm holding this phone, but I have a bunch of other gadgets. I could pull those out maybe on one of my when we do another live stream. So we are at 2 hours and 11 minutes. I'm gonna end this thing at 2 hours and 15 minutes. So we got about 4 minutes left, man. I think that's a good stopping point, right? I didn't think I would even go this long, honestly. This has been very interesting. So wait, hold on. Kind of geeky. You're saying that you started NerdSec a year ago, so you're a part of NerdSec with the war driving thing. I've been asked, to join some war driving teams in the past, but I didn't I did not pull the trigger on that, so to speak. But so you're saying you are a part of NerdSec. NerdSec is cool, man. That would be something to be a part of for sure. Um, so yeah, all right. So look, guys, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Okay, we're gonna wrap this thing up. I want to once again, for the umpteenth time, thank you guys for being the great people that you are. And Wiggle, I have Wiggle on my phone. So I have a motorcycle, and I ride my motorcycle a lot, and I run Wiggle all the time when I'm on my motorcycle. So I do that. I make my contribution solo. I upload anonymously through a Wiggle. I do that. Ghost Rats Discord, I will definitely hit you up on Ghost Rats, bro. It was nice talking to you. It was nice talking to all of you. Thank you guys for joining in on the first ever Fresh Forensics live stream. And we are definitely going to do this more in the future, guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You're the best. Keep this thing going. And with that, man, we would definitely keep in touch, man. This is gonna be a reoccurring thing, man. So thank you to all my channel members. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for the gifts, the blessings, for everything. You guys made my night. You made my weekend. Wasn't expecting this. I love you guys, man. As always, keep learning and stay fresh. We'll see you in the next one.